If you are a man working a lot of hours and you come home exhausted and tired and still think to yourself that you should give more to your life, that you are capable of more, this video is for you. Because I know exactly how this life looks like. You wake up early in the morning just to go to your work, working a lot of hours at your job, and when your shift is finished, coming home and the easiest thing to do is eating junk food, scrolling on your phone, having alcohol, and that's how you are wasting your potential. That's how I've done it as well. And you say to yourself that you're gonna change soon. But guess what? The weeks transform in months. And the time is just flying. Because you are keep canceling the change. You are keep canceling the switch. But I understand you because this was me as well. And I'm gonna tell you a little story about my life. How I got to a point from 100 kg to 78 kg with six pack while I was working 50 to 60 hours every single week. With no excuses, I eliminate all the vices I had. I eliminate all the bad environments and all the friends which they would keep me stuck and drag me even more down. And just give me 10 minutes and you're not gonna leave this video with no learnings. At 18, I finished my high school and I said to myself, I'm not gonna go to any university because I was so obsessed with money, bro. I was so obsessed with the fact that I need to work so I can have my own money because I got tired of asking my parents to give me money and to have support financial from them. I remember I was working 1 year in construction in that time, 18 to 19 years old. I was working 1 year in construction and it was hard, bro. It was hard because it hit me. I was waking up every single day at 5 o'clock in the morning, coming back home at 6 o'clock in the night, tired as fuck. And the problem was another one, I had so many vices as well. I was a degenerate kid, which was smoking weed, was drinking, was partying every single weekend, he was drinking alcohol. I had a gambling addiction as well. So I had all the vices possible. And still I managed to save some money and I took the decision to move to UK. I bought one-way ticket to UK and it was a big decision, but in that time I didn't realize. For me it was just another playground where I can earn more money. But it was a big decision because I didn't speak English that time. I had no skills at all. I had no friends. I had no confidence in myself. And plus this, I had so many vices. Smoking weed, drinking alcohol, gambling. I had no confidence on myself. I was overweight. I had all the possibles, vices and bad habits which a kid could have. And I remember when I got in UK, I was at the airport. I was so lost, bro. I was so lost because I didn't know anybody. And I had to adapt to a new culture, to a new language, to everything. I had to adapt myself. It was difficult because I was so lost, bro. I was so lost in that time with all the vices I had, with not too much money to survive. And finally after time I found a job. I found a job in a restaurant. It was hard as well because I had no skills. I didn't speak English that time. And it was so difficult just to communicate with people, to adapt to the new system. And after time, I will start learning how to cook. And I got promoted as a chef. And I was working my ass off, bro. Every single week I was working between 50 to 60 hours to provide for myself so I can pay the rent. And to provide for my vices as well, for my bad habits. Because I bring all the bad habits with me in UK. And all that things, bro, I got pissed off in one point because all the money I was earning from my job, I was going out in weekends and partying. I was gambling in that time. So I was just wasting my money and wasting my time, wasting my life just for dopamine addictions. Because all these vices, what they are doing, bro, is distract you from the reality. This was my feelings, especially when I was getting home from my work. I was tired as fuck and trying to look for a short and easy dopamine hit to my brain because I was so in stress. I was young and I didn't know more. I didn't know that I can upgrade my life in different ways, not necessarily with junk food, with alcohol, with weed, with gambling. That I could do more. I was overweight, bro. I got in one point at 100 kg. It was maximum which I was in my life because all the things I was consuming. Staying on my phone and scrolling in the night when I was getting home. Because I didn't know more that it's possible to change. I thought to myself that this is normal. This is how all the people they are doing. And to be honest, all my friends in that time were doing that. So my environment was specific exactly for the person I was. I had days when I was speaking with my parents over the phone and I was just lying to them. I was lying to them that everything is good, everything is perfect, that I save a lot of money, that my life is good. But it wasn't like that. I was just lying to them. I was lying to them because I didn't want them to feel in stress, to make worries about my life, to don't disappoint them. But this was just a wrong mentality I had. It was so wrong just lying to them. And I knew it's not good. But deep down, I don't know, I had to make that choice. But after time, things got even worse, bro. Things got even worse because I was drinking non-stop every single night. I was smoking weed with my friends. And I felt bad because I was getting tired non-stop. I had sleepless nights, waking up late at work, no money. I was so close, no money to pay the rent almost. And in one night, I remember I got home from my work around 10 o'clock in the evening. I went in the bathroom, looked myself in the mirror, and I was 23 that time. And I couldn't believe, bro. I had a revelation moment. I couldn't believe what my eyes see, bro. I was almost 100 kg, full of vices, with no direction, with no control over my habits. Was everything a mess. And I decided that night to go for a run, bro. After 10 minutes of running, I start vomiting. I start vomiting because my body didn't got used with high intensity effort. Because I was trying to sprint in that moment because I was angry at myself, angry that I cannot have control over myself, and I start vomiting. I start vomiting and I was making even more worries about my health and about my future. Because slowly in time, I start to think about when I'm gonna get 30, how I'm gonna look like. When I'm gonna get 40, how I'm gonna look like. What I'm gonna do if I keep doing the same habits, if I keep doing the same vices. If nothing changed, how I'm gonna look like. What I will have to lose. Not to gain, but to lose. After I got home, I took a decision. I took a serious decision because I was scared. I was really scared, man. And I said to myself, I need to cut drastically all the vices. I need to stop drinking alcohol. I need to stop going out for partying. I need to cut out the friends which I knew just drag me down and keep me stuck in that state. And this is what I've done. It wasn't something drastically. It wasn't a drastic change. But in time, I changed everything. I started going to the gym after that, and I remember like it was yesterday. My first day at the gym, bro, I couldn't even do 10 push-ups as a man. I couldn't do 10 push-ups as a man. I was so weak, bro. I was so weak, man. I was looking big, but I was so weak inside. I thought to myself that, oh, if I look big, people, they're gonna interpret it as a strong man, but it's fake. This is not true. I was so weak, bro. I was so weak that I couldn't even do 10 push-ups. Can you fucking imagine that? And this scares me even more deeply. So I start going to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. I will start eating healthy, cooking my meals for all the weeks, doing daily steps, going for a walk, going for a run in the night. And slowly, after 3 to 6 months, I start seeing some progress on my body. I start seeing some progress on my mind. My mind didn't ask me anymore for alcohol, didn't ask anymore for junk food, because once you put effort in your body, your mind is not gonna crave anymore for junk food. Your mind is not gonna crave anymore for alcohol. Just one healthy thing so it can repair itself. And I will start feeling happy, bro. I start feeling again with a purpose in my life. I start feeling again proper happiness, not the cheap dopamine which alcohol can give you or weed can give you. I start escaping from this negative loop which I had as a teenager. I start escaping. And after years, I built my dream body. I never had a six-pack, and now I got it. I was never shredded, and now I am. I was 100 kg, and now I'm 78. The mindset I had back in the day was totally wrong. The mindset I have right now, it's in a good place. Can be improved for sure. But this bring me just happiness, because if it wasn't to change, bro, I'm 29 years old right now, but if it wasn't to change in that time, I couldn't imagine how my life could look right now. And the problem wasn't the job, because I was giving the blame to my job that I'm working so many hours. But the problem was the structure outside of my job. What I was doing outside of my job is the same with you. If you are going to the gym, doesn't even matter that much what you are doing in that hour you are spending there. It matters more what you are doing after. What you are doing after the gym. The same with the job. If you are working a lot of hours and you blame your work, as I did, just think to yourself, if you have structure outside of your job, if you have any plan to follow outside of your job, because this is gonna make a big difference, because everybody's working a lot of hours, everybody's trying to provide for the family and himself. Even the people who has businesses, they work even more than you and me. So you need to build structure and plans outside of your job to follow. That's how I start to implement structure outside of my job, so I can follow, to don't have time to think what I'm gonna do next, to let my destiny, basically, to the feelings and the emotions and the state of mind which I am in the morning or in the nighttime. I just follow the plan, I just follow the structure, and that's all. Simple as that. Simple steps to follow, so you can make the switch. Simple as that. And if you find yourself in the same loop, give yourself time to build a structure, give yourself time to build a plan. Try to make an easy one so you can follow up. That's how you can transform your life too. If you are working a lot of hours and you think to yourself that you are capable of doing more with your life, that you know that you are wasting your potential, so you're gonna have to make one choice in one point. And that choice is gonna be, you can stay average where you are, or you can go below average if you are keep doing the things we are doing right now, if you are keep doing the bad habits and you know which one they are. Or you can build a structure and choose a plan for yourself and rise above average. Only this choice you'll have to make in one point.